Welcome back again. This is Fox, the next installment in our Anno 1800 playthrough. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Ethanol super island. As you probably tell from the description, we are making a shit ton of ethanol over here. We are making 610 tons a minute. Now you may remember from earlier on in the playthrough series, I said I wasn't going to do this because it used too much workforce and took up too much space. Well, I was wrong. You can fit obviously a lot of production on one island. I was originally going to do it all like this in Mbessa, make all the ethanol from cow's milk. That's just too long-winded. This whole island is only producing me 86 tons a minute. And it turns out that you can... population-wise, you can get more out of houses in Mbessa than you can in the New World, so it makes sense for me if I've got room in the New World to make the ethanol there, and then use Mbessa for population, which is what I'm going to be doing. I have already done one pure populated island in Mbessa. There's clipped lumberjacks huts making me cotton, but we'll go over that in another video. For now, let's go over this monstrosity. Honestly, there is not much to it. It is literally an island full of chemical plant ethanol buildings and population. That's it. The only other thing I've got on the island, I'm trading for virtually everything they need. I'm trading for the fried plantains, the tortillas, the coffee, the bowler hats, the sewing machines. For the happiness, I'm trading for the rum, the beer, and the cigars. This is all being done on this island here, New World Hub. This is just dedicated for that sole purpose at the minute. You can see I'm trading for sewing machines, bowler hats, plantains, tortillas, coffee, rum, beer, and cigars. I do need to up this slightly. When I checked a while ago, the plantains are just running out maybe a minute before the boat comes back, so I need to up that slightly. But for now, it's managing. The steam motors we're using for this are coming from an island in the Cape. Steam motors are coming from Sympathy. This is a little island I've got dedicated in the Cape. It is this one here. It's a tiny little island making penny farthings and obviously the byproducts. And I'm using these to ship around to various small islands around the place to use as trading. So the steam motors from this at the moment are going over to there and they're being used to supply the New World. So yeah, so the only thing that you can't trade for is ponchos. So I decided to make them on every island that needs them. I've dedicated just one trade union for this. I put in the best items, well, a mixture of items, so I can put the alpaca farms and the Poncho diners all under one trade union. So I'm using this dude, Cristobal Taffeta, the trendsetter. He gives a plus 50% productivity to the Poncho diners. Yeah, it's producing me work clothes and fur coats, but it's just a nice 50% boost. Then using the printing pest, this is affecting the Poncho diner and the alpaca farm. 25% boost, minus 40% workforce. And then Mark van der Mark for the animal farms. Main reason he gives extra alpaca wool. I wouldn't normally use this if I was creating a large amount of farms, but I've only got two here. They're only being boosted by this and the press, so it made sense for me to use this to get the extra alpaca wool. So all I need to supply all of these 26,000 obreros is 3 Poncho diners and 2 alpaca farms. So as I say, they fit snugly on this little bit here. You can see I'm making 11 tons. I need 10. So yeah, apart from that, as I said, everything else is being traded for and then shipped over. These chemical plant ethanol. Now, chemical plant lemonade. It's the same as ethanol. It's the same as all the chemical plants. Actually, this is a drinks one. That's probably not a good example. Chemical plant ethanol. The only item you can use for these is this double redundancy. These other ones are quest items. You only get one one out of one of the three when you do the high-rise building. I forget what it's called now. My mind has gone blank.
This all feels like a sizable mistake.
Oh my god, what is your brain? What is it called? A skyline tower. Yeah, you only get that item from when you make the skyline tower. So the only item these can use is the double redundancy. So we've got double redundancy in every trade union. On this island, we have 165 factories making ethanol. 165. They're all being boosted by the double redundancy. That gets them up to productivity. Well, we've got base rate of 100, plus 50% productivity. Maintenance cost gets increased because of the double redundancy. I am generating 30% of extra workforce from this. 36%, sorry. Chemical plant ethanol working conditions. Why was that not showing? Because it's not. There we go. Yes, because the trade union wasn't connected by a road. I should make sure they all are. Should be. Schoolboy error. I'm not sure if that's a thing over here, actually. I may be just making that up. Yeah, I am. It's only the palace that needs a road connection, but yeah. That's an extra 30% productivity. That is the maximum I could get with the happiness on this island. Even with all the happiness items in there, because of the items that I'm using in the town halls, I can't put it at plus 50. So these are the items I'm using in the town halls for the Obrero. We have got Mountains back-to-back itinerary for serfs. This gives us -4 happiness, but it gives us an extra 50% workforce. This one, Captain of Industry, Volume 16. Sorry, this is a brilliant one. It gives you 40% workforce, increases the the income of the house by 40%, but it increases the chance of illness by 60%. So to counteract that, we have 2 hospitals in that cluster, and then 1 over here just to counteract the illness. The last item I'm using is this one. The historical sophisms of the doctrinaire school of communism. This is one from the anarchist, a Hugo one. Plus 15% happiness, plus 40% workforce. Reduces the income of the house by 15%. So these are the best 3 items that you can get for the New World. So we're getting plus 50, plus 40, plus 40. So we're getting 130% extra workforce out of a house. So double and then some. So yeah, as I said, we've got 26,000 Obreros on this island. 26,742. We're using 26,582. Apart from that, there's nothing to it. I was going to clip some cotton. I was going to clip some lumberjack huts in here, making me some cotton, but the space ran out pretty quick. I wanted to push this and try and get to 600. It was the number that I need at the minute. I believe I'm going to probably do away with all of the ethanol production in Embessa. It's only making me 200 at the minute. I'm going to try and squeeze some somewhere else. I've been thinking about making some sugar elsewhere. Thinking about making some sugar a different way and then squeezing some more ethanol production on here. Maybe just this little bit here. Try and get me up to 800. I believe I need 900 and some tons in total, 950 tons in total, but I am making some, however, from these Schnapps distilleries on Crown Falls. I've got 1, 2, 3 little trade unions. There's also one over here. So the islands in the Cape are making me ethanol 223 tons a minute. Plus the 610 from over there is 850. And then I'm making 100 or 100, maybe 200 over here. So I believe all in all, I'm like well over. I'm 1,050, I think, globally. But that needs to come down because I'm going to be deleting some over here. Ethanol, 1,090. The only island that will be staying over here making ethanol is this one. This is only making me 50 because I'm going to use this small island to actually make the goat's milk that we need for all the elders. Yeah, nice quick video. It's only 10 minutes. That's what I wanted. Nice and straightforward. I do have a museum over here. The set I've got on is Jurassic. This is another 10% happiness. I couldn't... To get to the 600, I really needed to push the workforce conditions up past 30 or close to 30 as I could. I couldn't do that with... I just couldn't do that without having this Jurassic on there. It affects residents, so it affects all residents across the board. 10% happiness, and it was also a 10% income per house. So, nice little trick if you're struggling on happiness and you need a little bit of a workforce boost to get you up to the numbers that you need. Chuck the Jurassic down. Yeah, that's it. As I say, nothing else on the island. I've got a tiny bit of space here, but there wasn't enough room to get another trade union in. So yeah, that's it. My Ethanol super island. What shall we cover in the next one? The Cape is pretty much done. I'll talk about the islands where we're trading there just quickly. I'm using all of the small islands around the Cape for various things. Most of them over here are making me resin. This one's making me some steel. This one's making me veneers for the elevators. This one is the one that I showed you earlier, making the bicycles, shipping the stuff around. The rest are all making me resin. Now, all of these islands, I've maxed out the storage that I can. This one's got 4,350. And I'm using these as mini trading hubs. You can see corn, wood. This accounts to about 130 tons a minute if you do the maths properly. I needed 600, just over 600 of each corn and wood. So these little islands dotted around, they're all doing similar things. They're all trading me for corn, wood, grain, tallow, brass, things that I need for crownfuls to make the biscuits and the typewriters. Obviously the corn and the wood that I needed for the ethanol. So yes, nice little trick. Use them for something. I mean, this one's making me 140 resin a minute, this little island. It's pretty compact. But yeah, the main reason for these little islands is just to use them as little trading hubs, because I do not have the luxury of having any space to trade on the items with population, mainly because I'm using every single Docklands trading account, or whatever they're called. They are called exports offices. Every exports office on my population islands is dedicated to getting the stuff imported for what they actually need, the investors. But yeah, for now that's it. Stay tuned. So I'm still undecided what I will do in the next video. I'll give you a quick glimpse of crownfuls. Things are moving on here. Started to blueprint some houses in between the chemical factories. Not too sure whether I'm going to stick with this yet. It's going to be a pain because I can't use the reduction in biscuits. But yeah, for now, as always, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for the next one. And yeah, we're going to be streaming very soon. I move house soon. My internet connection is going to be a lot better. By the end of November, we should be up and streaming. So as it comes closer to the time, I'll link my Twitch account. Suffice to say, it's Fox Gaming 222. You can find it and subscribe now. Get ready if you want. Yep. As always, see you in the next one.